Alright guys, Emil Jones here with another video. I'm here with one of my best friends from the Army, Monty.
What's going on, guys?
So today we're going to talk about 5 things you should consider before you join the military. I do want to let you guys know that I'm on day 13 of my no gaming, no Xbox thing. It's about to get really hard next week because I really don't have much planned. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And Call of Duty just came out.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm gonna probably kill myself. But anyway, so we're gonna jump right into it. So one of the first things I think you should consider when you're joining the military is, do you really care? Like, are you actually patriotic? Do you want to commit 4 to 6 years of your life to like something so big and grand? Because from like a personal experience, like me personally, I didn't really join because I was patriotic. I joined for all the benefits, and it turned out I didn't really like it so much. So I think that's definitely one of the first things you want to ask yourself, because if you don't care, like if you're really not all about like your country, then you're gonna end up hating it. You're gonna hate those 4 to 6 years, and it's gonna suck for you.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. So when I joined the military, I was definitely committed for the term that I applied for. So I did the term for about 3.5 years, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
that was offered in the beginning. So I did like the 3.5 year term, and I was extremely committed because I had my family, and I knew this was my route out of the situation, my living situation that I was in, and I really needed to have my own place for me and my son. So when I joined, I was extremely committed for my 3 years. But while I was in, I ended up deciding that I did want to take different routes. And my route was I decided to commit to school when I left. So you definitely have to be committed, because if you're not committed while you're in there, you're going to fall through the cracks, and you're going to try to find a way out. That's how I feel.
Yep. So for my second point, I want to talk about the 24/7 deal, because when you're in the military, whether you're either a soldier, marine, an airman, a sailor, whatever you are in your country, you're on call like 24/7. They can wake you up at 2 in the morning, like, hey, get to the company, you got something to do. Or, you know, you might just be chilling on a Saturday night, drinking with the bros, and they're like, hey, we're going to deployment like in 3 weeks, so, you know, be prepared. Tell your families goodbye. Like, are you guys really are you really prepared to like just really be ready 24/7? You know, they can like yank you from your house, your home, your wife, your kids, your husband anytime they want. So, you know, you have to be prepared for that mentally, just to like be ready to go. Personally, like, it's almost kind of like 24/7 somebody's just basically like over your shoulder, like watching you, and like you got to be ready to go all the time. That one of the things I didn't like was just like being like, we were like kind of babied almost.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Like they would check up on us like all the time, or whenever we had something to do, they would come back and like micromanage like super hard. And I don't know, it bothers some people. You know, they can't deal with that. They don't like it. So it's just like, do you want to be treated like a child for a while? Do you want to be on call 24/7? It's like, it's not like a normal job where you can just, after work, you come home and you can forget about them for like 10, 12 hours.
No,
Yeah,
you can text all night, night texting. The team leader will be texting you all night long.
Yeah, with notes and stuff. So that's really important. You know, you gotta see if you're really committed to that. And for the third point in this video, I want to talk about like the loss of friends, you know, because in the military you get really close to the people you're literally with these people like pretty much forever. Like majority of the day you're with these guys and gals, and you get super close to them. They learn about your life, your past. They learn secrets about you. They learn everything. Like this guy right here, he's my brother, and he knows a bunch about me and stuff. So like when people ETS, when they get out of the military, when they, you know, they go to separate ways, it kind of just really, it sucks, and you get kind of depressed. And if you're not like ready to like get really close to people and then like have them like snatched away from you, I mean, I wouldn't join, because it does suck. I mean, you do learn to move on, but it's definitely not the best feeling in the world because I know personally, like when I got out, I was used to being around him and my other two really good friends like almost every day. And then when I wasn't, I got back home and I'm just like, this feels so weird. If it was like it felt wrong. Like I didn't know what to do for like the first couple of months. I was just like kind of in limbo.
Yeah, like leaving family behind, right?
Yeah,
Almost.
yes. It's like basically like a loss of family member. It sucks.
Yeah. So number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Okay, so I guess the number 4 thing would be definitely the most important would be your job that you're selecting. So you definitely want to study for your ASVAB, and I know it sounds silly, and you might think that you don't need to, but if you're not fresh out of high school, then it's definitely something that you definitely need to be doing is studying, because depending on whatever your score is, it's gonna decide the outcome of what job you're gonna have while you're in. So if you don't want to be like infantry like we were, and with a 30, I think I got a 37 on my ASVAB, something like that. And I chose infantry. I wanted to choose infantry anyways, regardless of what my score was. But yeah, I chose infantry. I got a 37, and it was only a select. It was only like a select job.
Yeah.
No, I actually got a 47. My bad.
Oh, okay.
A 37 was what I got on my practice one.
Okay.
But I didn't have many jobs anyway to pick from. So you definitely want to study so you can choose if you want to be like an engineer or you want to be whatever the job that you decide. There's plenty you can figure out. Definitely want to be looking into those and studying and make sure you ace your ASVAB so you can have a variety of selections. Because your job is what you're going to be doing for a long time.
Yeah. And honestly, with the job thing, like he said, we were both infantry. I remember after my like first complete year at my unit, and I was like a PFC by then, I believe. I was just like, I'm over it. Like I was over it by then. So you have to make sure you pick something that you're going to enjoy for that whole 3, 4, 6 years. You have to pick something that you're going to like, that you're going to enjoy, that you can constantly like, I guess, keep learning and keep exceeding in. Because with our job, after a while, like it got tiring, both mentally and physically, and we were all just pretty much over it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't last long, like I said, if you're not committed. So if you do choose infantry, which I feel like a lot of the people who are watching this might be choosing infantry, because I feel like I looked up a lot of
I did too.
I feel like the people who joined infantry looked up a lot of videos, and people who weren't were like meeting up with other people to learn about the other jobs. But anyway, if you do choose infantry, it is pretty awesome at times. One of the best jobs that I've ever done in my entire life. You get to do things that you never experience out in any other way. So if you want to if you like to shoot guns or blow shit up, like they say, you're definitely going to be doing a good amount of that. But it also comes with the stupidness. So you're going to be, a lot of times you'll be at the company coming back from the field for freaking 10 days, and you're going to be cleaning your weapon. You'll be cleaning your weapon probably for like a day and a half.
6 hours.
Yeah, you'll be cleaning it from the time you get home, the time you get back to the company, and then you'll clean it all day. Then you'll leave, and you'll come back the next morning and clean your weapon for the next day. And stuff like that can kind of affect you too, because you go from all this action to sitting around at the company wanting to fucking go home, but you can't. You're sitting at the company till 6:30 for no reason. Well, at least for us, it was for no reason.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And for our 5th and final point for this video, I'm gonna let my bro here. He's gonna talk about like just the benefits. Like you need to take into consideration the benefits, like the GI Bill.
Yeah. Okay. So GI Bill. I think this is like the golden egg of joining the military. I was in the Army, so I'm not sure exactly if it works the same way for every place, but anyway, for every branch. But
it's benefits for
yeah. So right now I'm actually utilizing the GI Bill, and I'm full time in college, and they will pay you your BAH, which is based on the zip code of your school, not based on the place you live. So say I live here, say I live upstate New York or something like that, and I want to go to school in the city. If I go to school in the city, I'll get the BEH rate for the city, so it could be like $3,000 a month. But if I decide to come up here and upstate, it's going to be significantly lower. But they give you your BEH. They will pay for your books. What else do they? They give you BEH. They pay for your books. As long as you're full time, the rate will be
whatever.
It will be a sergeant with a
E5,
dependent,
yeah.
E5 with a dependent BAH rate, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, like basically, so you can get done like 3 to 4 years of college for pretty much free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except it's, you know, you gotta pay your time in a service, but you're doing 3 to 4 years of college. They're gonna pay you just to go to school for free. So I mean, that's definitely one of the best things about it. I think that's why a lot of people do end up joining the military. That's personally why I joined, just to get like, you know, those educational benefits afterwards and stuff like that. And it's definitely something you should take into consideration before you join. You know, because even after the military, there's still a life out there that you can lead, and you need to be able to like use the things you learn in the military in the civilian side too. So that's definitely a good point. Super important. I think so anyway.
And I think that one rolls into, I think we should talk about the returning homes portion.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get confused with people coming back home from being in the military for a while. If they haven't seen any combat, like I haven't seen any combat tours or anything like that, anything crazy. But it was still hard coming back home. It's not the same struggles and fights that you have as somebody with PTSD or coming back from a combat zone. But it definitely is a hard transition because you come home on leave from the military a lot of times, and you have this like a unique thing, a characteristic about you, because everybody sees you coming back home. They have all these questions. They're excited to see you, and it's a great time. And then you leave back, and you start to build up home as like this like they put it on a pedestal. It's like a sanctuary.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy place.
It's like coming home. That's all you think about when you're over there. You're like, oh, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. You come home on leave. You have a blast because you're only here for like 12 days, and then you go back and you keep thinking about it. But when you finally do return home for good, it's like you kind of lose that uniqueness about you, and you become like just a regular person again. And it's hard because you lose all the friends who you shared like deep connections with, and you come back home to just people who don't really understand you anymore. They really don't. They might think they do, but really the people who you were with those last couple of years understand you the most. So it's extremely hard, and I think people should definitely take that into deep consideration when you're coming back home.
Definitely.
Or thinking about leaving the army, for instance.
Definitely. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all me and Mr. Montalvan here had to say. It's my brother. I do want to encourage you guys to buy my book, Red Fist. The link, it's on Amazon. The link will be in the description. If you guys like this video and you guys want to show your support, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, tell us your thoughts about what you think, and if you plan on joining the service, tell us why. And I just want to say I love you guys, and I hope you guys subscribe. That's it, guys. Love you guys. Peace out.
Nice.
We gotta watch it. Now we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it edit.
Oh my god.